Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. This is a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read. I will do all 12 signs as well after the Divine Masculine read, so it's a two-part read. And everything's out there for you. There's a lot of aggression coming up again today. There's a shooting range near me, the police shooting range, which I've been hearing a lot of gunfire again today. And some a little defensiveness coming through. So those are just the energies. I don't feel terribly affected by it. I'm actually pretty good today, out and about doing some errands. And I woke up at 9:09 this morning, so definitely the nines. The nines came up in the read as well as being really significant. So the 9 is the hermit, the collective consciousness, the compassion, the selflessness, the endings, to allow the endings, the full transformation to occur. It is October 10th today, so we have two 10s. The Wheel of Fortune times 2. And then today adds, which is a 1, of course. And then it adds up to the 32-5, which is the 6 of Wands, the Journeyman. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Journeyman. Okay, so going on path to your destiny. I was getting crossing over as well, was coming up, as well as... yeah, just the shooting was coming up as I was putting out the read. The read was done at 11:30 to 31. 30 is the 4 of Wands and then the 5 of Wands. So the union energies and then the expansion energies at the 31. Competition, conflict, but also playing in games and the quest. The 11, of course, is justice. And we had only one major arcana here. The Hanging Man was there in the main part of the read. Before the read, Karma, which is the Judgment card, came up. And after the read, the 3 cards I pulled on either side today, the ones after the read had the Chariot and Indigo. Indigo is the Magician in this deck. There were 2 swords, 3 wands, 3 cups, and 2 pentacles. So the reflection of 32, which is the day today, we had 2332 just there. So the King of Wands reflecting the Journeyman. Okay, so mostly the wands and cups for the masculine, which is really good, but very well balanced. And then the court cards here were King of Swords, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay, so we had a king, a queen, a page, and a knight. And then before the read was the Page of Swords, and after the read, or actually in the read, the Nine of Pentacles, which is not a court card but is often a person for me, was in the read as well. And then after the read, the King of Cups came up, which was in reversed energy today. So overall, 2 kings, 2 pages, the Sovereign, the Knight, and the Queen of Cups. And they were all of the King of Swords was reversed, the Queen of Cups was reversed. I'm trying to think in the underlying energies because sometimes they're a different way. But the Page of Cups was definitely upright. So that innocent love was really beautiful here, as well as the Knight of Cups. They were both upright. The Knight of Wands was upright. So there's a lot of positive young energy here, but still some words to speak, like truth to speak for people, as well as, some wounding that still needs to be cleared, which is okay though. It was coming to a place where we can deal with it now. It just, it's still going to take a little bit more work. In the code line again today, no numbers in the code line over and over and over this week and last week. The numerology cards that came up here were patience and synchronicities. And I was getting New York City here from synchronicities as well. Chronic City comes up from that, right? New York City. I'm getting Atron Hubbard here as well. And then Fee Fi Fo Fum, I Smell the Blood of an Englishman came up today. The key, Queen of Cups, physical therapy or needing to work part-time, something they need part-time, but the Queen of Cups was coming up as depressed in this read for sure in multiple places. So she was definitely depressed. So this can be anyone around the Divine Masculine. It can be their partner, it could be one of their children, it could be their mother, someone at work. But the Queen of Cups definitely in multiple places here was coming up depressed, and that it was pulling him down. We have Fidelity also came up with the gunfire there. And also Fahrenheit, the F for me is Fahrenheit, having to do with the temperature of the masculine versus the feminine, and how much easier the masculine energy gets set off than the feminine. So this was key in a wrench in the divine masculine's things to clear their feelings. Like a calic, you know how a calic sticks up, interferes, or just gets stuck in there like a wrench in the wheels. ESP was coming up here as well as someone being stuck up. All right, so the wheels can get stuck, but also is coming up around someone. It could be a karmic energy around the masculine that comes off as stuck up, or maybe even the masculine himself coming up as that, but I was getting more of a karmic energy coming up as this today. So losing temper over infidelity is key. A wrench with the Queen of Cups, or needing to clear feelings, or the calic, that stuck up feeling. So again, part-time or physical therapy was coming up here, or just PT if that means something else to you. Yeah, the fidelity was coming up at 1141, and that's justice and the Ace of Cups. So new love, self-love, spiritual love. We start on the King of Swords reversed, and that is here. We have karma. This was karma, which is the judgment card on the end here. And then the Five of Pentacles. The Page of Swords was here, and then the Four of Wands is there underneath the King of Swords. So not in his truth, deliberating bad decisions, of abandonment, of a message, news, or a child talking about a move or leaving a marriage, or canceling or leaving a party early. The Page of Cups, message of love, or child detoxing, lies, split, and cutting through the crap. The Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles were both reversed here with a dysfunctional family, or loss of family money here with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And yet the Page of Cups is upright and still offers love, or just vulnerable, but still loving in the wake of the devil, the shadow, the dark energies, and lies. Free to leap after choosing left, the divine feminine, the new, where they had chosen right in the past, leaping into lies and split to get through to the twin divine feminine waiting on the other side. The wounded warrior starting over, not settling for imbalanced relationship this time, inequity, and not sharing. The wounded warrior is weak, hurt, worn down, the leaves on the tree that die first, the front line, the Aries, while the trunk is taking all for themselves. So the trunk of the tree, you know, the parents, the grandparents, taking all for themselves and not sharing the wealth, even though the person who's making all the wealth for them is the leaves, who's actually dying off first because they're killing them by taking all their energy. The Sandman, bring me a dream, comes up here, about to give up, have three of the same. They don't need a fourth, just like that. Those three must be different, special, the one. Peter Pan, Skippy peanut butter, and Tippy the scales, or tipping them out without asking if they want that advice. All right, so make sure to not tell people your advice if it's not asked for. So always ask someone before you give them your advice. It may not be wanted. There's it's 1201 here, which is the Hanging Man and the Magician. There's a long line of not wanting to grow up here, not wanting to share toys, and poor man's Wendy came up here. No self-worth, undeserving. The Empress is out being seen, driving, moving, traveling, not excited about it. To the Emperor, whatever they're doing, they're not excited about it. To go to the Emperor, or the Emperor's not excited to take the dogs out for a walk, or the Empress is going to the Emperor's workplace and has to deal with his guard dogs there, or going somewhere of official capacity like a bank with a vault, or the Emperor is like a vault, needing to clean but don't want to today, bugs in the curtains and noise upstairs, or red and green issue, bugging you like safety and security, heart and home, Christmas or Christianity, the Emperor on guard in official capacity, or kids on their nerves at home and they can't wait to go to work where there's structure and order, or no tattletaling or whistleblowers, which is what's going on at home. Or cancel whistleblower between the Emperor and the Empress, or one on the warpath or military person driving a wedge between them. Taurus and Cancer and Aries right here, Or the emperor hit something, someone, broke down, tripped up, or breaking patterns on the way to work. The empress watching as the emperor drives off may have tripped out the door or fell, and the empress is looking out to see if they're all right, and he is. He's being fine, or she's being fine or nice, but everything at home is getting on the emperor's nerves, not looking back when she shows concern. Maybe blindness issues here too. Someone has or needs a dog for the blind, but is stubborn about it due to their pride. Or fell while walking the dogs. Or someone has cancer and is refusing to acknowledge it, refusing to let it break them. Keep an open mind was the underlying energy here, and beneath that, romantic feelings. Or the emperor and the empress are going to see a lawyer about breaking up, or a friend for friendly advice about a split, detox for kids, or lying issues. Unfair relationship here needing mediation. Someone, kids, or adult from the same family tree refusing to grow up and take responsibility for self. The Queen of Swords is upright, out to avoid the mirror. Another person, a separate Aquarius with loss of hope or depression. So this can definitely be that Queen of Cups. They can have Aquarius in their chart because coming up is the same energy. The Queen of Swords is happy with coming up as upright and happy with themselves, getting their wish suddenly as the world is complete with the 5D connection, but jealousy and depression is around. Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces came up here, as well as Libra, Gemini, happy, but Aquarius, jealousy issues, and Scorpio may be depressed. And also Scorpio and Pisces, Aquarius, they all come up right here. So it could be any of them. But it's coming up more as Aquarius jealousy issues and Scorpio depression issues. And the Queen of Cups could be a Scorpio. So the caveman may be dragging his women to the cave, or dragging his woman to the cave so he can covet her, an altar to put her in, or a decorated pool float to sleep on outside, or someone found in the pool or drowning needing reviving. Are you all right? At 12:38 is the Hanging Man and the Queen of Cups. Dark goats around the Divine Masculine. Again, there's dark energies around him watching him. He needs clearing again. So Divine Feminines, you might want to send some clearing energy through your cord to the masculine and just send some, clearing violet or green light around him, whatever light you deem to send to him. And just clear around him as well. See if you see any dark entities that need clearing. Third party jealousy. Of war widow, depressed, with sudden jealousy and rage of others who are happy outside of them, or an ex with someone else, and then whoever's with someone else now is happy, and the other person is coming up as jealous. Camping with lantern, fruit, fan, and dessert, or just out back, or the Outback restaurant with fan of dessert. The Emperor and Empress going to drop the facade and make divorce official or complete, or it's unfair to the King of Swords reversed that the Emperor and Empress have been blocking him from completing the cycle with jealous, violent person. So parenting comes up here, and this can reference not only the masculine parenting his kids, but his parents parenting him, or vice versa, him parenting them. So 63 comes up here, and beneath that was environment, which is 44, which is always about a green environment. So, and needing more of a green, healthy environment. Parents need to keep an open mind about child's romantic feelings, old or young. So it doesn't matter how old you are, your parents. The parents need to keep an open mind here about child's romantic feelings. The Emperor, Empress, upright, but the King of Swords is reversed. They may be seen as upstanding citizens expecting their son to live a lie to keep up that facade. Possible partner or child depression issues, threatening to hurt themselves, or with a history of attempt suicide, which can then pull everyone along with them if you allow them to manipulate. So obviously this is a very serious situation if that's the case, and no one's telling anyone what to do. It's just saying, you can spend your whole life caving into someone who keeps threatening things like that, but where are you loving yourself in that? You're not, okay? So instead, empower them to clear their own wounds, teach them how. Any which way, love yourself first, and listen to your own intuition and guidance as always the last word. Be love. There is no right or wrong answers here. Do the best you can to help. And be love, but with boundaries of loving yourself first so they don't take you down with them. Remember the airplane, put your mask on first. The message of love helps to see the rainbow, a higher love, a higher vibration, to focus on the heart, get rest, and connect to be inspired. Meditating from the heart space with innocent love, focused intent, keeping chin up on focused inspiration, juggling the third energy, the 4D rainbow bridge, to the 5D higher self. Your twin is waiting there. The divine feminine high priestess floating on air at the slivery moon while transmuting fire swallower at the full moon this weekend. Alchemizing the two, fire and ice, to move, travel, and ascend. She's waiting right there saying, come on, I'm waiting. What's the big deal? Pisces, Sagittarius, and Cancer came up here. Lots of stable emotion with drama, Queen, Sagittarius in the middle. Cancer or Pisces could have a bit of Scorpio there too, spicing it up. Floating but grounded too. And the Sagittarius may have burnt themselves or lost a hand, literally. Pulling you in with lobster claws, but remember that lobsters on path don't eat lobster. The partner showing their true colors, that she is disguised as a lobster ready to eat lobster. What does that tell you? If lobsters mate for life, then she is praying mantis, ready to bite your head off to get the money and go on to the next, as I'm losing my voice. 107 is the Magician and the Chariot. All right, and that can be Aries, or the Magician for me can be Virgo, Gemini, and Aries, it depends on the situation. And then the Chariot is Cancer, but in this deck it was coming up as Scorpio as well. So there's definitely fire. Well, and for Aries it can be any of those. So the Magician, whoever's Magician energy to you, what sign that is. And then for the Chariot, if you consider that Cancer or Scorpio, can also come up here. But it's definitely coming up as, the lobsters mate for life. So the false twin often comes off as the person who mates for life. But they're not living their truth either. So, and it doesn't mean they're a bad person. They've just always not been taught to live a lie. So they've been living a lie, and the divine masculine's been living a lie. So it's not really his true lobster, because she's really not a lobster, and she's ready to bite his head off, or he's ready to bite her head off, you see? So it's not really the right partner. But it's coming out because now they can't live the lie anymore, and they're showing their true colors. So we turn the page, it's 108, the Magician and the Strength card. Take the money and run. Come on, what's taking so long? Also a mother in the car waiting for their kids, taking forever to go to activities. If dad doesn't want to go, that's his issue. He wants to rest. We'll chase the rainbow without him. And all the underlying energies came up here were Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, Aries, Taurus, and Scorpio. Or mother and kids moving to her parents, so the King of Swords reverse can be alone for a bit, or because they're separating. No sharing between the King of Swords reversed and an Emperor, unfair relationship, inequitable distribution. So this can be his own father and mother, the Emperor and Empress, or it can be the karmic's mother and father, and at the same time it can represent him and his karmic, or whoever he's with, okay? It can have a double meaning, especially if they're just like them, okay? But it's coming up as him not getting along with whoever this is, whether it's his own father or his father-in-law, or it could be someone else, an uncle, a boss, a grandparent, okay? But there's an unfair relationship between the Emperor, who seems to be guarding the karmic energy. So it could be her father, or just defending them, protecting them, whatever it is. And maybe someone who actually likes her and wants to be with her. Could be a brother as well. So the Emperor and the King of Swords, not getting along, unfair relationship, inequitable distribution. So don't feel like it's the work that's been done was fair here. Case closed. Done focus on parenting. Now for the masculine, he's focusing on his own health. A bold move or travel, patient and intuitive secret, transmuting while traveling, while the divine masculine sorts out his life, pays out or collects what's owed to complete the cycle. And then some numbers from the cards came up. It was interesting, 9, 6, 6, 4, 6, 10, which ends up being the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the Children in the Garden, the Six of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card. The 9, the collective consciousness, the hermits coming together. 2, 9, this other combination of numbers came up as 2 9s, which is 2 hermits. So recently is the 5 of Swords reversed, the war over, apologies, but one still on the warpath, potentially. The Queen of Wands with the worst over, with a new passion or creativity offered, a new plan that came out of dropping the masculine, dropping his burdens and responsibilities, giving her one that inspires her or to prove her worth. He drops 10, she's picking up only 1 and thinks that's an apology. So that could be an issue as well. The foundation is the Page of Cups upright, new innocent love, friendship, but uncomfortable feelings doing the work with other energies around. The Queen of Cups reversed is depressed due to Justice, divorce, or Libra taking a stand or on the stand, or news message of his independence, or the Divine Masculine gets the children and they seem happy about it, or kids become the ward of the court due to the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, neither fit right now to parent. So they may get assigned to stay with the Emperor and Empress for some reason. Judge or Libra, and that could be interesting too. The kids could end up with the grandparents and they're happy about it because the grandparents have a lot of money and they spoil them. Judge or Libra uncomfortable and not walking away due to message or child of the Queen of Cups reversed, and Sovereign depressed despite having all they need. One manipulative and one use crying to get their way, and the other one is fine as long as they get to spend as much as they want. And this can reference, all these people can reference anyone around the masculine, whether it's kids, partner, sister, mother. Message of love, depressing to the Queen of Cups reversed, Aquarius, but Justice or Libra energies, and the Page of Swords and Sovereign, they all look fine. So that can be a Libra and 2 kids, or it can be the divorce and the children of the divorce, but they all look fine at the moment, no matter who they're with. The central energy here is the Ace of Flames, a new passion for twins, impatient for affection, made manifest with divorce, spirituality, or thinking outside the box. The masculine awakened to connection, challenged by that Queen of Cups reversed, manipulation, defenseless to sudden event, epiphanies, explosions, orgasm, blowing his crown, as guns started firing again in my neighborhood, ending the inner war with PTSD. So after the war, there's always post-war trauma. There's always issues of dealing with what you've just been through. Resting and connecting in the 5D with attention, good news, and leading the way to self-happiness, or your wishes come true. 135 there with the Magician and the Wounded Warrior. There's a new passion, so the Ace of Wands was upright right in the middle of the masculine's read today. He's definitely inspired. We have the Page of Cups underneath the Ace of Flames. You know, there's big love igniting this flame going into the Knight of Wands here, getting him moving. Okay, resting and connecting in the 5D with attention, good news, and leading the way to self-happiness or getting his wish. New passion for a new way of co-creating and stepping up to the plate. So again, 135, the Magician and the Wounded Warrior. Also can reference Mary Magdalene energy, but the Wounded Warrior here can actually be the karmic energy around him who's very depressed. Hopscotch and tic-tac-toe. Shifting dimensions by changing how you do things, changing the pattern according to the season or the cycle. Going with the flow. Focus on root and spreading the word. Dark Priestess or Pisces with pink hoodie dress, big feet, and ankle bracelets. Dumping attachments that no longer serve. The Queen of Wands may be learning to meditate, but maybe having trouble actually connecting, or they're just being secretive about it. Or maybe they've been doing this all along, but been doing it in secret. And healing root chakra wounds. Justice for the defense, or Libra feeling defenseless to energies or attacks. Dark Hierophant with sudden explosions, losing temper and having epiphanies after the fact at work, and then apologizing with the King of Wands reversed. So we have Taurus and fire here, because we have the Hierophant reversed and the King of Wands reversed, which can be the same person that the Libra is dealing with, or they could be 2 separate people who always explode at work, and then the Libra or Justice energy feels victimized by it. So Taurus reversed and the King of Wands reversed, explosive, and Libra defenseless in the situation. The King of Wands explodes 1 minute, and then he's hugging you the next. I definitely knew someone at work like that. The Page of Wands reversed, child, or an adult that acts like a child, having temper tantrums when they don't get their way, and then freeing themselves by walking away after they scream and yell and everyone's happy for them to leave. But this is just a way that they can get out of doing things. Leaving or quitting to be independent, like threatening they're going to leave and quit, and be single and travel, of course, until they get caught or get stopped on the road or threatens to leave and go to the sovereign. But when driving, realizing that when they get there, the sovereign may be defensive, and if so, will the karmic take them back? So they chicken out. Now the Knight of Wands takes a leap of faith to leave their family behind and offer love, be love, loving self. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, out in the cold, both abandoned, in exile, implementing a plan in the early morning hours, or of deception, to leave while someone's still sleeping, to go for true love, the Holy Grail, who's waiting on the other side of the bridge. The Queen of Swords talks to the masculine about broken heart, and it makes him sad. The Queen of Wands at work, hermit, and a hermit coming out with stuff, or the Queen of Wands can have Virgo in her moon placement as the hermit reversed. Working or oh, I see. The Queen of Wands could be like, especially if a masculine and his karmic broke up and they got back together, it's like the karmic is trying to make amends and make changes, but they're just doing it as a facade so they can get back into the marriage and the workplace to get all their stuff before they separate. So that's obviously not for everybody, but it is for some. So they're working, so they still have access to stuff that they can get their hands on before they separate or move out. And that can actually just be have access to, paperwork and printers and things like that, so they can print all the stuff they need. So it doesn't have to be something, where they're stealing, but it can be as well. The Divine Masculine is coming up here as injured and left behind or scammed. The Queen of Swords may have pretended to try to meditate and to help more at home and work, just to have time to sell stuff without him knowing or from right under his nose. In judgment, divorce, yard, or estate sale, deliberating or poor judgment of what to sell and for how much. In liquidation for divorce or closing a business. In divorce or scam, someone may have been left with nothing. The court judgment or theft or revenge by partner. While Libra was deliberating, new passion for Taurus reversed at 202, which is high priestess, or new passion for divorce or spirituality or alternative belief systems. The King of Wands reversed, dropping the facade or breaking patterns, tired, exhausted of the same old thing, or just done fighting. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, all about money, and acts like a spoiled child. Now the Knight of Cups is offering love to self and his twin sovereign. And that was at 204, the High Priestess and the Emperor. Okay. So soon, now that the Queen of Pentacles reversed is coming up, it can come up as anyone, right? It can just be an earth sign who's ungrounded, and it doesn't have to be an earth sign. It can be someone who acts like an earth sign or someone who's all about money. So just, it fits to your situation, however it applies. But here the Queen of Pentacles is she's not in peace. She's stuck in her emotions and either not using their intuition or is keeping secrets. Okay? So it can be the Divine Feminine, but it can be any other karmic as well. The Knight of Pentacles is also coming up reversed near that situation as the Divine Masculine, as the Dark Knight. So both of them could just be ungrounded at this time, or that can be him and the karmic, or one of his kids or sister or relative around him. So soon for the masculine, it's 205, the High Priestess and the Hierophant was reversed here, and the High Priestess is reversed as well. Now the High Priestess was upright in the very underlying energies, but the rest of the read, she's reversed. So Hierophant and High Priestess both reversed. It can be an awful combination, but it doesn't have to be, because it just could be spiritual and with a passion, a secret passion. So soon as the sovereign, deep connection, taming the beast, being still, not working or disabled, in need of help from the Dark Knight in transformation. Crossing the 4D bridge to receive the big love waiting on the other side, the Divine Feminine or anyone else stuck in their emotions without peace, The Queen of Pentacles reversed, secret passion or secret out, or not using their intuition. Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed could literally be the Queen of Cups reversed who's depressed, and this he must bypass. Depressed Queen of Cups relying on the Emperor and all about money and security root chakra issues. The Divine Masculine seeing himself as the Ten of Pentacles reversed with the King of Swords reversed on it. The dysfunctional family or disconnected from them, or big loss of money, or being drained financially or in a practical way. Disconnected to choose left, the new, the Divine Feminine, to express feelings and energy exchange, and living a lie, negative self-talk, due to family in his ear. So he could be expressing this to the feminine. The King of Pentacles holding back money or a new life with sunshine, or playing hardboil. Someone might like a hard-boiled egg, or playing hardball. Maybe they boil eggs to take with them before they go out to do sports. Playing hardball, or this is a Leo, or this King of Pentacles is just stinking rich, because the Ace of Pentacles reversed can be great wealth. Exposing kids to being spoiled and imprisoning them, and the Divine Masculine clearly, all the information is in. So the Romance Angel cards came up here very soon. Getting to know each other, children, and they're affecting your love life, and then calling in your soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay. Also, prayers, affirmations, and your visualizations help bring you together. Around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the Hanging Man awake, coming together with the King of Wands reversed, deliberating, or a bad decision, moving, ending a marriage, or canceling a big party or celebration, suffering in silence about running away, or stealing or cheating at the full moon or false light. And that can be first light as well. Running home to purge it out. So it's like staying away from energy vampires or dark energies, parties, addictions, codependencies, especially around the full moon. So this is the King of Wands reversed. The Hanging Man awake can definitely be the masculine, how he's perceived, or another person. But this person, whoever it is being very conscious now of staying away from those dark energies. The King of Wands could be a Leo as well, Aquarius or Cancer or Capricorn, maybe a big partier who gets the Divine Masculine into trouble. Celebrating a move, but the King of Wands reversed is exhausted and staying in, away from the false light, and purging at home. So he can be seen as the King of Wands reversed, but he sees himself as the King of Swords reversed. So he could be seen as awakened or with a big ego, but he's seeing himself as the King of Swords reversed, which is living a lie or not in his truth, or verbally abusive. Okay, the King of Wands reversed can be physically abusive. The King of Pentacles, he's coming up more as exhausted, as there's no other wands there around the King of Wands reversed. And if it's wand, it's only the Four of Wands reversed, so that's a move. So he could be exhausted from moving. But the King of Pentacles family rules over him, or family only likes him for his status and money as the King of Pentacles, but they aren't interested in the real him, the Emperor and the Empress, who must be seen in a certain way. Or he is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords reversed is his dysfunctional family's bad counsel, or cutthroat lawyer. Only jealousy of others stand between the Divine Masculine and what he really wants. Clear blocks Divine Masculines of the Ten of Wands reversed, dumping burdens and the responsibilities, and confessing in order to be free. That you think that if you dump your responsibilities, you'll just go back to your player ways, or you think that other people will think that of you, that you want to go back to your player ways. It doesn't mean you were ever a player to begin with, but people may assume this, or maybe you were, or maybe with the King of Swords reversed and the King of Wands reversed, and this is referencing the King of Swords and the King of Wands going to the Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands, your younger days. Like if this is your brother or best friend, how you used to go out and hit the town, and go pick up girls and stuff like that. So it could be referencing your younger days when you had no responsibilities of the two of you. So this definitely could be a close relationship of brothers or friends. But the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords, to be young again and out on the prowl, to drop some coin and fix things later, not using intuition or getting a friend or brother to help him spend a little time, money, or energy to fix or repair things with a secret passion. Synchronicities, patience, but even more so for the masculine today is rebirth and health. Split lies, and videotapes, alternative sex practices, cosmetic surgeries, rehab, or hospitalizations, hostage of energy and energy vampiring. It's time to free the hostage and apologize. The Two of Cups, deep connection, twins, sovereign ascending, post-war POW camp. All right, so it's like everyone going through the twin flame journey. It's like going through, being a POW at the POW camp. It's like the war is over, but you can't leave yet, right? You're still stuck there. 235 is the high priestess and the wounded warrior. Conflict, fighting, competition. The game is now over. Alchemizing conflict and drama into big love. Starting over in love and not settling this time. Going back only to get sealed divine feminine to complete the cycle. The Emperor now, instead of putting her down, is holding her up. Both ascending together, the King of Cups reversed still needs work to align with desires. The Eyes of Laura Mars comes up again here too, and I can't remember the movie. I know I saw it a long time ago, but I can't remember. I don't know if it's her being able to just see. I think it was about being able to see for the police, things that were going to happen about killings and things like that, but I can't remember. So some of the masculines may have really intense remote view, which they may or may not want anyone to know about. But taking steps in the Seven of Cups program to see synchronicities and guidance, heaven in her eyes, yet dump what no longer serves and get real and grounded about the situation. Now, in full magician embodiment and fully awakened, the masculine. On the side note, as a side note I'm getting here, the wounded warrior pouting and not sharing or staying in victim mentality. So this is somebody on the side, whether it's the karmic, a child, whoever it is around the masculine, still coming up, staying in that victim mentality of not wanting to share. Okay, so the King of Swords reversed, not sharing, with the Page of Cups, dysfunctional family or loss of money, or awakened man, they see him as having a big ego. Ending the war, apologizing with new passion, igniting and challenged by the Queen of Cups, depressed, with sovereign dumping responsibilities to get busy, or with the Knight of Wands to connect and ascend. The masculine may still be here a bit emotionally disconnected and dumping what no longer serves to empower himself and be fully awake. The King of Swords reversed, with bad decisions and left behind, spreading the word of a move or leaving a marriage or canceling a party. Rescinding a message or invitation that went out, ending a war, apologies made, as she drives up to pick him up. So a friend or a divine feminine could actually be coming to pick him up to take him away from all this. The Page of Cups upright, new love, message of love, innocent, vulnerable, puppy love, with new passion ignites the Knight of Wands to get moving. Get cracking. Someone says that. I'm challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed, depressed, trying to pull him down with her, dysfunctional family or loss of funds, or disconnecting from family to be single and sovereign, awake, untethered, and in connection and ascending with twin. Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, and Gemini, and Aries come up here at the end. Okay, so that's the read for today. And I'm going to get into the 12 cards too now. So let's see how that applies to the read today, which is always kind of interesting to see. So I'm going to show you the cards first, and then we'll get into the 12 card read. Okay. So there's your King of Swords there in underlying energy. Recent past is that Five of Orbs or Swords, which was reversed in the read. Seeker of Chalices is that Page of Cups, which was upright today in the foundation. Right smack in the middle is that Ace of Flames, challenged by the Sage of Chalices, the Queen of Cups. The other underlying energies there with the Knight of Flames or Wands there in the crowning position, bridging over to the near future position, the Nine of Crystals or Nine of Pentacles. That's the Sovereign there. You see her peeking right there. And then the masculine seeing himself as that Ten of Pentacles, which is reversed energy here today with the Romance Angel cards there beside him. And then around the masculine, how he's seen the Hanging Man, who was awakened today. And then the blocks they need to clear is that Ten of Wands reversed. So then we end up there on the Two of Cups, which is upright, guys. With the Chariot upright, the Chariot came up multiple times in a big way. So Big, bold moves being made here to ascend with the Two of Cups. And then we have the King of Cups above that, but he still has a little bit of work to do around that, okay? Because he's still a little detached emotionally. Then we have the Seven of Cups reversed, which is dumping what no longer serves. So someone might be having estate and yard sales for sure. And then we have the indigo child up top there, which is the magician energy, which is definitely upright today and fully awakened, okay? So, and there's the sidebar there, the last two cards. Just the wounded warrior not sharing or imbalanced, in debt. Somebody could be in debt. Or just feeling a loss, you know, of money or whatever it is. Okay. All right, so everybody take a deep breath. We're going to do all 12 signs, Aries to Pisces for 10/10/2019. For everybody watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Aries through Pisces, all 12 signs for October 10, 2019. Okay. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. To remove all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill with only beautiful divine love and light. And so it is. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. Aries to Pisces. August 10th. Excuse me, I said August. October 10th. October 10, 2019. October 10, 2019. Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. Okay. So we have, Aries has the Ace of Pentacles. Whoopee. Taurus has Temperance reversed. So Taurus may be losing their temper. That came up that way in the read as well. Three of Wands comes up for Gemini, being present. Cancer has Three of Swords. So it could be some heartbreak or separation with Cancer, or heart issues, or just needing to purge and cry. It could be raining out as well. And I'm losing my voice a bit with Cancer. For Leo, Seven of Swords. What's going on, Leo? Virgo has the Two of Wands. Choosing the new, choosing their path, which is great. Libra has the moon. The full moon is affecting Libra this weekend. I believe it's on Sunday. And then we have Scorpio, the Six of Cups reversed, which can be the past returning, or it can be, you know, thinking about a negative past or break up an old love, that kind of thing, or your childhood. This is for Sagittarius, the Chariot, which was big in the read today. And actually in the underlying energy, Sagittarius came up with the Chariot. So they may be making that big, bold move. We have the Four of Wands reversed for Cancer. That's they could be moving or ending marriage or ending that party. So they could definitely be part of that read. Capricorn there. Aquarius, Knight of Swords. He doesn't look very loving there. So it could be definitely, he could be stretching it a little bit. Coming in to tell the truth, messenger of truth, but it can be the knight in shining armor. He's definitely on a mission, though, coming in fast. He looks like he's, Aquarius has come into Capricorn, they're pissed at them for doing this. And then we have, Pisces has the Five of Wands. So they're playing or competing. This could be acting, too, or fighting, competition, whatever it is. The expansion energy for Pisces. So I always pull some other energies here at the end for summary, which we'll go over at the end for each of the elements. And then let's see what else comes up to summarize. Okay, so there needs to be full transformation and using your intuition there at the end. There we go. And then the Lovers. So we're going to leave it at that because there's three major arcanas all together. I'm just going to check. Well, I'm going to take that out too because you got new love right after that as well. So once you get back past some of this crap right here after the full moon, all right, you can't get like 6 cards in a row like that. It's huge. All right, it's huge. All right, so this is then then no sleep and rising above. So we're going to stop there. All right, but there's a little bit of crap to deal with, and then there's really big, good energy coming up here. All right, so the fire signs have the Page of Wands at the top, reversed. Earth signs have this Two of Swords. Air signs have the Ace of Swords, the truth. So the King of Swords definitely needs to come out with their truth today, which they are. The Fool is reversed for water signs. And then we end up with the Seven of Cups here. So next deck is the Kipper deck. Okay. So for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs, what do we have for October 10, 2019. October 10, 2019. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Take a deep breath. Okay, for Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. October 10, 2019. Aries to Pisces. Good. All right, so Aries has the main male. Taurus has imprisonment. Temperance card, so they may they may get in a fight and get arrested. Journey. Gemini has journey. Cancer has the house. So maybe some heartbreak about just leaving a house or home, or it could be, you know, soaking up all your money foolishly. All right. Leo, unexpected income. Virgo, official person. Libra, thoughts. Scorpio, false person. Again, that doesn't have to be evil. It could just be you not showing your full self. Sagittarius, judication. Okay, somebody's on on the warpath in a bit. You know, they're defensive, going to court. Capricorn, toil and labor. Mature woman for Aquarius, who's angry at Capricorn. And then we have Pisces, the lovers. Woo-woo. But be careful, Pisces, because you have the Fool up top. It can't be just falling for love. It can actually be quite beautiful. And this could be playing, flirting with each other, playing, sparring in the park. It can be really cute. And then we have for everybody, change. A message, maybe sealed with a kiss there, or just an official seal. Expectation. And courthouse. All right, so there's a coffin after courthouse, which I'm going to put back, but just so in case you're curious about the courthouse. The bottom here is child and family room. Okay. So distant horizons. This has happened already, okay? This is coming up to the bottom energy, which is the child. So had a courtship, and it felt empty because maybe they didn't really like each other very much, so they had a child. Or their child doesn't live with them anymore, or something may have happened to a child. This could also represent a miscarriage, but I'm not getting anything specifically negative, but the coffin came up, so I have to bring that up. I'm sorry if that's the case. Nobody wants to deal with having lost somebody, especially a child. Okay. This is the Thoth deck now for all 12 signs. Take a deep breath, you guys. Okay. One more. For the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? For Aries to Pisces, all 12 signs. October 10, 2019. October 10. Okay. So for Aries, you have adjustment. This is like the Justice card. Libra, I'm sorry, not Libra, Taurus. So Taurus could have Libra in their chart, or they could have Libra they're dealing with right now. Princess of Wands, which is like the female Page of Wands. But like I said, this is such a spoiled child card. Like they're dragging this big tiger. Like it came up in the last read as a child taking somebody else's stuffed animal. She's not, and they're not scared of anything because it's wands, you know? They're just really physical. So somebody could have gone to jail for stealing something or getting in a fight. Could be a child or someone acting like a child. Gemini has Knight of Wands. So Gemini and Taurus could be together because there's both that, they could be siblings there or friends. Change for Cancer is reversed. So this is like the Two of Pentacles reversed. So it could be, it's interesting that it's change upright for Two of Discs. Because for me, it's not usually, but you have the 8 here with the snakes as well, and the yin and yang. So it's very much about balance in this card. We have a number 4 there too, which is a symbol, but it looks like a 4 here. So the Two of Discs reversed though. This looks like pie as well. So reversed, in this card, the crown falls off. We'll get into this more, but it's interesting, and I guess no change, but usually for me, the Two of Pentacles reversed is breaking patterns. It may be a little bit different here. So we'll go into that more when we get to Cancer. Leo has the Three of Discs, which is works, but it's reversed. And it's like the fortune cookie or the origami. I'm getting like orange wedges or orange slices too for Leo. They might need to eat oranges. I'm getting too spinacopita, like spinach pies, or just some kind of pie, some kind of flaky pie, or, I mean, obviously it can be a fortune cookie. All right, we'll go on to Virgo has Death reversed. Libra has Ruin upright, so that's like the Ten of Swords. It's just an ending. Scorpio has Prudence reversed, which can be imprudence, but for me it's just about the family tree thinking you're imprudence, because really it's about letting go of what everyone else does in the family and going on your own. As I'm starting to sweat, so there's some masculine energy definitely coming in here. We have Sagittarius with the, just give me a second. Science, this is the Six of Swords, but it's reversed, and it's also science for Sagittarius. So there's no peace there. No, they don't have a scientific mind, or not a logical mind. And then we have Capricorn has the Lovers reversed. Aquarius has Valor, so standing up for yourself or others. And then Pisces has Worries, so stop worrying, Pisces. It's Five of Discs, so it's like the Five of Pentacles, feeling abandonment, worry, being left out in the cold with your lover. Maybe you're fighting with your lover there as opposed to playing, but you could be playing and worrying at the same time. But don't be foolish, okay? Don't lack faith. That's what blocks you, gets in your way. So for everyone, we have the High Priestess reversed, not using your intuition, or the secret's out, or there's a secret passion going on. It can just be passion. The Devil reversed. Okay, so that's, it's not ideal, because the Devil can still, I mean, reversed, it can be even worse than upright before it gets better. Then the Universe is reversed. This is incomplete. So when these four go upright, it'll be amazing. It's just, it's intense when they're reversed like that. And then we have defeat, the Five of Swords, all right? So there's a big defeat here. I'll go into those more at the end, okay? And then we have at the bottom, Satiety, which is the Ten of Cups. Okay, so that can be emotional fulfillment, but also can be the sham fam, right? That looks perfect, right? Everything you've ever wanted, but what's on the inside, okay? What's inside the cups? So we have the child, and that could be, again, a child's party, or the child thinks everything's a party, or an adult acts like a child who thinks everything's a party and they should always have their way. So there's a difference between loving yourself first and you know, being arrogant and thinking everything you should be first always. That's not the point. It's about loving everybody, but not allowing anyone to walk all over you either. Loving yourself first. So, and spoiling a child isn't loving them. So some people have a false sense, a superficial sense of what love is. That's the issue, and that's why the children end up having issues later on, you know. All right, so I'm just shuffling my other Rider-Waite decks. So this is the Rider-Waite. We're going to clarify. We're going to start with Aries. And the underlying energies went from the Seven of Cups, which is all about having choices. You know, it's after the Six of Cups when you come together with your true love, and now you have all these options. What do we want to do? So it can be confusing at times, but this is also about synchronicities and heaven in your eyes, knowing that dreams can come true. This is lacking faith, falling on your face, falling from grace. This is the truth being out, victory. This can be two different things. It can be seen as either refusing to see what you know, right? Because you don't want to know, because then you have to do something about it, or pretending not to know, but it also can be just being in your knowing. You don't need to see because you know. But also, you know, protecting the energy around your heart. And then we have the Page of Wands reversed, which can be just uninspired. It can also be a child who's really tired or sick, but it also can be the kid who has temper tantrums, you know, and is just all over the place. Because they're really physical, you know, they could be ADHD for sure. So, Aries. All right, so we have, this is like the perfect life, full contentment. And then you have for the main male, and then justice. So Aries may have received justice today. But we do have, they may have been dealing with a child, because we have this Page of Wands up top there that's reversed. So they may have won a case, but the other person's throwing temper tantrums still. Or there may have been a sick child involved that he received justice for. Maybe he got the treatment that they needed. So let's see what else is coming up for Aries. Okay, so somebody might have been disabled, and this could be a child for sure, an older child. Someone not working, or it could be someone who's been stubborn, refusing to work, or they don't have to work because they have plenty of money in their family. So either way, the justice is for Aries. I mean, Aries has a brand new life. They may not ever have to work again. Or they can choose to walk away from this family. It's up to them. What else do you want to say here? With the justice, that can definitely be, there could have been a court case or a divorce, or it's just, you know, that things are fair now. They're able to start over, or they got a loan or money offered to help them. Maybe someone finally agreed to give them a loan to help them leave a situation, a family, a marriage, whatever it is. All right? So they may leave this situation of this great wealth in order to take on this burden, and gladly so, because they want to work on themselves. Okay? Or this could be, this doesn't have to be them, this could be this person they were fighting, and where the justice is now. This person may now get everything they want and never have to work, and Aries is now leaving, they don't care, because it's not for them anyway. They want to find themselves, and they're willing to do the work for it. Okay? But just maybe stuck at the moment. This could just be broke. They're broke because they left this. Okay? So whichever side Aries is on can be either way. But we have this Page of Wands at the top, which can just be feel really tired and alone and vulnerable as a child, because they don't have what they once had. Okay, so it's leaving all that behind and starting over. Leo has this is considered the liar, cheater, thief card, but it can just be running away or sneaking away, stealing someone's heart. We have unexpected income. So someone might suspect that you're stealing because they don't know where the income came from, and it has to do with work. All right, there are issues that through work was reversed. Third party, somebody could have scammed you or stolen, literally. And it doesn't have to be the workplace, although it is the Three of Pentacles. Somebody could have stolen your idea as well. But it doesn't have to, could have been stole intellectual property, anything. But it doesn't have to be literally a workplace. It can be a church or a recreation center, whatever it is, a place where people come together to co-create. And it could be a Chinese restaurant, too, since we have the fortune cookie there. Or the origami, or a Greek restaurant for that spinach pie that was coming up in orange wedges. So I'm definitely getting food stuff. Somebody might be like having a second job on the side, but didn't tell anybody about it. Okay, so it doesn't have to be bad like that. Finding a way to make some extra income on the side. Maybe making these to sell them on the side for people. Let's see what else is coming up for Leo. Could be for kids' parties, but we have this energy at the top is lack of inspiration. It may be a kid who has unexpected income and the parents don't know where it came from and they're uninspired, and they may, they may see them as lazy. Or having temper tantrums. So what else is coming up for Leo? Why do we have this unexpected income? All right, so this can be just spirituality. It can be thinking outside the box. Or it can be a divorce, a breaking contract, or any kind of commitment. It can be a Taurus that's reversed and throwing temper tantrums. Feeling imprisoned or going to prison or taking prisoners in a deliberation or a bad judgment. All right, this can definitely be a stubborn Taurus imprisoning someone else or themselves in a bad decision to make extra income. Or they ran away from making extra income by quitting. They may have quit work. Like this could be a break in a commitment at work or home. Like I said, it could be divorce. But still deliberating, and which is keeping them in a holding pattern, imprisoning them, keeping their hands tied, everyone's hands tied. This is a very stuck position. It should be freeing, but not with this and this. So for Leo, and we have Taurus and we have Aquarius here. So if there was a break in commitment at work, someone might have stolen from work or whatever this place is. If I ever get out of here, I'm gonna give it all away to registered charity. All right, so that's definitely coming up here. Someone just wants to break out of here. Like they can't take it anymore. It could be a child at home, child of a divorce. All right, we have here too somebody thinking about a negative past or the past returning and don't know how to get out of it. How do I get out of here? If I ever get out of here, don't know how to get out of this bad situation. For Leo. How do I get out of here and make some... Oh, so the unexpected income, they don't know how to get out, and then all of a sudden some unexpected income comes in. Maybe they bought a lottery ticket, and I'm losing my voice. Maybe they won something from the lottery and they're not telling anyone about it. They're just taking off. Or just lying. and leaving, sneaking out. That came up in the read too. Someone's sneaking out at nighttime. Found a way to make some unexpected income on the side so that they could leave. And again, it could be a child or an adult acting like a child at the top. Or it could be someone who's sick and someone wants to needs the extra income to help their child. So let's go on. Let's see what if anything else comes up there. Sagittarius is the Chariot, Adjudication, and Six of Swords, or the Science card reversed. So no, this could be no justice of the peace. So the opposite of marriage. So this could be coming in for a divorce. And this could definitely be on the war path, like coming in very defensive, right? Really bold. This is a major arcana into court. All right, because there's no peace here. Could be irreconcilable differences is what I'm getting. All right, because you have polarization and no peace, and they're both on either side, okay? So definitely could be divorce or just court for something else, a suit where they're not agreeing. Doesn't seem logical to somebody here for Sagittarius, or maybe Sagittarius just has no logic, and so they're getting on the judge's nerves. Let's see what else comes up for Sag. Why? What? There could be a child involved too at the top there. So the parents could be coming and charging, about the child, trying to get them off. If the child has no logic because they're not old enough to know better. All right, so somebody's holding back a new life, holding back to save, holding back money, refusing to give a loan or to give somebody a break. This is a very monetary. It's interesting. This is grounding, saving. It could be like in defense of the child, that they're usually this very grounded kid who's very moderate and saves, but they may be going through their parents' divorce, and so they acted out. Maybe they were hiding or holding back money, not telling people they had it because they're afraid somebody would take it away from them. Or they were worried in a divorce that they'd be left out in the cold, or they don't want to live at home anymore. So they've been saving or taking money from their parents' wallets, anything like that. There was just no logic in it. And the judge is like really bored with this whole thing. They can't find peace. It could be a complaint about a neighbor too. We're just trying to keep to ourselves, but this is always happening, It's like this, I can relate to this too, because my neighbors are very nice, but they leave their trash all over the place and it always comes into my yard, so why should I have to pick up their trash every week? Okay, so obviously that kind of thing can start fights eventually, all right? Feeling stuck without peace. It's the second time that came up. So someone's scared to be without money, without stability. They're terrified. They're like clinging. They're clinging to what they've got. They're willing to juggle no matter what to make sure they have stability. And this is Aquarius over here coming in to charge. So Aquarius may be charging up the bills too, because they're charging in. So Aquarius may be charging up the bills, and so they are desperately seeking stability because they keep spending all the money. All right? That can be Aquarius. That can be Taurus energy too. It's come up a lot. Aquarius, Taurus is a combination, but this can be any air sign. That can be any air sign, but this is all in Aquarius today. Very interesting. So also this is coming up like in the read. So she's got her father's money, so she doesn't have to worry about it. She spends, and then her partner is terrified to be without, because he won't have anything if this is gone, okay? All right, then we have all this coming too. We have the Queen of Pentacles upright, but with the Emperor, but then we have expressing feelings or energetic exchange or fight with the Queen of Wands reversed, who's very clear about what they want, and they're pissed. And then we have the King of Wands reversed. That goes on a whole long story for Sag, whatever Sag is connected to. So there's definitely divorce there coming up, whatever the suit is, but there's definitely kids involved or an adult that acts like a spoiled brat there. Having temper tantrums, things like that. All right. Now we go on to the earth signs. We have the Two of Swords up top. So again, pretending like you don't know or just knowing. So Temperance reversed is definitely someone who has temper tantrums, impatient. Okay. Can be just someone who's impatient as well. But we have imprisonment, so they may be imprisoned by their own impatience, because that's a block for sure. And then we have with the Princess of Wands, but she's upright here. But it could be because they're a child. This is like the top of the fire signs. That could be this fire child, but this one's upright. This is a girl. Maybe that one at the top of the fire column is the boy. Or this is the adult imprisoned by this child. Because they're so active constantly, it makes them crazy, like they can't do anything. Or they have to be with this child all the time. Because otherwise they'll, hurt themselves. Or they'll do something wrong. So the adult feels imprisoned, or the child feels imprisoned and now they're escaping. And this could be a parent going to prison on behalf of their child. Or pretending not to know what their child does. Their child does something bad, so does bad things. They steal other people's things. And the parent either is pretending not to know and imprisoned by it, or are literally going to jail on behalf of the child. That's for Taurus. Or it could be an adult who acts like a child and just takes whatever they want, and they're going to prison. What else is coming up for Taurus? And it's interesting because someone's having a temper tantrum, but it's not the Page of Wands. That's a feminine. It's a Princess of Wands. All right, so this is a father and child. And this is Aquarius. Or depression, loss of hope. What else is coming up here? Okay, so there's definitely a father and child issue here. The father's depressed. The child may be fine, but they may have issues that the father can't handle. I mean, there's definitely depression and loss of hope here. They have no dreams, maybe because they're stuck with a child who's got issues, literal, mental, or physical issues that they will always have forever. May be feeling depressed and bored with an offer of love, grounding and integrating an offer of love. But worried that it's just going to be the same old, same old. Maybe this is a message for the King of Swords that's all positive, but he's depressed that things will never change, that things will always be the same, that this is no different than anything else, that dreams don't really come true. He doesn't believe in dreams. And there's your Page of Wands reversed. So this could be the Princess of Wands upright, and then we have a Page of Wands reversed. So it could be two different children. This one gets bored and does really bad things, and this one just talks a lot. And so the King of Swords is losing, he's lost his lust for life. He's being good and honest right here, but he may be stuck with two kids and unable to accept this offer of love he feels because he doesn't want to put that burden on somebody else if they're really difficult to deal with. All right, because this one could be fire or air. So just really energetic kids, and this one could actually have some kind of disability that takes a lot of energy. Or, again, covering for your child, pretending that not to know that your child does bad things, but they do. So the parent feels imprisoned by it. Or it could be siblings, where one child knows about what the other child does, or they both know what this one's doing, and they cover for them, or just feel imprisoned by them. And then here's an offer of love to help, or a message of love, or a friend. All right, somebody who was unhappy, but still gave them love anyway. Maybe they did something to this person, but this person still forgives them and loves them. But maybe they're worried that they could get in trouble if they admit it, that kind of thing. So that's coming up for Taurus. Definitely has to do with kids. A lot of kid energy there. Or the adults are all acting like children. And then we have Virgo, 2 of Wands, the official person, and Death card reversed, which can be in the wake of a death or just dead tired. Okay, so they may have chosen the path but not ready to go, but we have an official person here. So they may be choosing an official path or walking away from an official path, but need to fully commit to this, and they haven't yet. All right, so again, they may be pretending not to know something until they're sure and actually have started implementing this path, or they're in their knowing. So they don't care who agrees with them, but they just haven't, officially gone forward with the path. So let's see what's going on here. It could be some kind of event too, being planned for someone who has passed away. So for Virgo, it's again working. Could be creative work, aligning with your desires, getting all your ducks in a row, notches on a bedpost, or projects at work, like proving that you're better than somebody else. Okay, but here is loss of status and income, or someone who's greedy, who's all about the notches. Okay, but this is financial. It doesn't look like sexual notches here. It's about someone who's a workaholic, right? Because all they want is the next and the next and the next and the next. They don't think about anything else. Or they're greedy, or they're working slower now, losing money and status because they have to. They're choosing a new path. All right, and this is connecting to Taurus. All right, so choosing a new path. It also can be twin flames. It's the 2 of Wands, so it can represent the twins. Choosing that new path in an official way after a death. So this can be getting all the paperwork done, whatever happened in a death. Like this could be the relative who passed away. For example, if this is a divine masculine and their father passed away, getting all the ducks in a row in regards to this, the loss of money or the bills that have to be paid on behalf of them, and the messages that need to go out to other people. And it can be that. Okay, it's definitely going into the Taurus thing. It's about pretending not to know. Someone's either in their knowing and they're on the spiritual path, or they're pretending not to know, and Virgo may be changing that, like no longer overworking. Like this person would normally be overworking, but they're not. And they'd rather choose to spend more time with their child to help correct the way they're behaving. All right? Or bringing a child into work to teach them and help them out at the same time. All right? But he's depressed. He's losing hope. Maybe he's worried the business will fail. He was hoping to bring the children in and have it be, a whole career for the kids that he would be able to offer them. Maybe they don't like the work, or maybe the business isn't working, or maybe maybe a person passed away who was key to the business, and so that's not working. But it goes into this whole Taurus connection, so there's definitely a tie here between maybe Taurus is worried that if Virgo knows, then they'll get in trouble in the wake of things or after the fact, that kind of thing. So there's all sorts of things that could come up with that. Let's see what comes up for Capricorn. Capricorn's got the 4 of Wands reversed with toil and labor, and the Lovers reversed. So this could be definitely a divorce with the Lovers reversed that they worked very hard on. But it could be a breakup of a business as well with the toil and labor. So it could be both in one if you have business and your marriage combined. But this could be just moving. But there's definitely no affection here with the Lovers. This could be moving, ending a marriage, or ending a party. Could be a work celebration that they had to cancel. because there's no love lost there. Maybe people are mad at each other at work. And again, this can relate to the Virgo where they were working, you know, together, but maybe that wasn't working well. Nothing was working well. Nobody was getting along at home or at work because the lovers were involved both places. Let's see what else comes up for Capricorn. Everyone's pretending like everything's fine, but it wasn't. There's no stability there. There's no affection. Just hard work, and that's it. All right, so it's coming up again. All three earth signs are all connected. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All work. But still, this is either greed or losing money and status or ungrounded. It's all about work. Working less, though, now, to spend more time with a child or your children in general. But maybe he likes to work all the time, so he's not as happy when he's home doing this stuff because it's not his authentic self, and he gets bored. And then the kids act up and make him crazy, or this kid goes out and does something wrong, but this person still, no matter whether they're unhappy or not, they still give love, reaping the rewards of their efforts at home. These could be like two sides of the twin flame thing. This could be the masculine's issues and then coming into the feminine's issues at home. All right, maybe in need of some help or opportunity. So it's like where you can both come together and help each other out. You can see, look at the color differences. It's very white and blue over here, and over here it's very much more yellow. Okay? See how they can come together? That's so cool. All the light blues and whites, and over here it's much more yellow. So how they can come together and help each other out to be that dream family. So that's applying to all the earth signs, actually. So that's kind of interesting. All right, Gemini. So Ace of Swords, we have the truth here, victory for all the air signs. Three of Wands, journey, and Knight of Wands. So being present, maybe having finished a journey or just starting a journey. But here's somebody getting going. This is physical. Getting on the move on. Are present, has seen what there is to see, and now they're starting to move. Going on the journey. Let's see what else Gemini has. Why do they have this? The truth came out, but they have victory, so they're finished. Now they can go on to something new or go out and play. All right, this came out. All right. So long, painful ending, betrayal, back pain, getting massage, that kind of stuff comes up for that card as well. But this is the King of Wands reversed. Very been through betrayal, painful ending, or just exhausted now. But it's all for the good. Okay, there may be a secret coming out, or a secret came out with the truth here. But it was all for the best. This also could be not having used your intuition right now, because you kind of got knocked off balance after the battle, or no longer fighting, no longer conflicted about injustice. You're letting it go. You're letting it all go. Okay, but maybe feeling like the wounded warrior, because we have the King of Wands. That's definitely come up for the masculine before. Both of those. Just really depleted right now, but ready to come into union. Okay? But don't forget to stand up for yourselves and hang out and be wise together. Remember to align your spines. Okay, and the Knight of Wands is coming up right there for Gemini, but it's coming up reversed here. So it's about, be careful, because you might drop short of energy. You might think you want to run and go play and have fun, but you may not be ready yet energetically, because you need to do some physical healing first for Gemini. Okay, so this is for Libra. We have the moon, and we have the full moon this weekend. I think it's Sunday, right? Yeah, I think it's the 13th. So thoughts, you could be thinking of any woman, but this could definitely be the divine masculine, thinking about the divine feminine at the full moon. And here's ruin of the Ten of Swords, which just came up for Gemini. All right, feeling the defeat of ruin, a painful ending, betrayal, back pain, getting treatments to relax yourself at the full moon. Maybe just allowing some purging this weekend as opposed to planning anything. And that could be for Gemini too, why the Knight of Wands shouldn't be going full power, because at the full moon is probably a better time to hold back a little bit. All right, so Libra, why do we have these cards for Libra? Okay. All right, that's this is like an unnatural death. Because for me, when the devil is reversed, before it becomes rehab, it's the worst of it. All right, so this could be death by unnatural means. This is very dark. But it's like it happened already, because we have the truth that came out. And you see, this is the love. They both have the lovers. This one is connected in a dark way. This one's connected in a light way, by the sexual energy. Look at that. It's like the vulva. Crack me up. Okay. So death of the dark, or total transformation from the dark to the light of the sexual relationship. This is the dark sexual relationship. This is the light sexual relationship. This is the connection by ball and chain, connection by sexual energy. This is the shift. It's beautiful, actually. Third party through work or place of co-creation. Somebody, it may be death of a workplace as well. There's no affection there, okay? There's too many codependencies and issues there. So it had to end, or somebody had to leave, or lovers had to leave, right? To go from dark to light. It was draining, affecting the children. There could be an illness here as well. Whew, that's a lot, Libra. But it's all about the truth and victory. So where do we end up here? So that can be over. This could be, this could be sunburnt, but it can be getting burnt. It can be overexposed, over-radiated. So it could be literal issues like that at work. There could have been some kind of death due to issues at work. Okay. And it can be actually death of a lover, or death of the codependencies of the addictions, because of whatever was found at work. Actually, in hindsight, it's going to be a really good thing. Okay, you see? Coming together in a really beautiful, clean, positive way, now that the truth is out, all right? So there's a huge shift for Libra here. Big transformation. End of the war. Apologies, possibly. Not quite over yet, but this could be all about the other world, the sealed divine feminine, okay? Having been silent. That's not the next card. Okay? From the past, having been silent, under the radar, and the masculine exhausted, but ultimately it's for the good in divine timing. All right, so that's Libra. Then we go to Aquarius with the truth. And this is Aquarius wanted to be the truth, right? Mature woman and valor. So this either is a mature woman, or Aquarius is coming at the mature woman, standing up for themselves or standing up for somebody else. So this could be standing up for this mature woman, or it could be this mature woman defending whoever, the Aquarius. So it could be one person or more than one there. It's the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so definitely standing up for yourself. Let's see here. This is getting over yourself. This is over the loss, over the regret, over the guilt and shame. Whatever you feel like you did, or the loss that you experienced, getting over it with the truth coming out. About third energy, frustration, being blocked, inability to create, to conceive. So someone may have wanted to have a child or another child and they weren't able to. And then suddenly it happened. Or suddenly they're just over themselves and the third energy. Okay. And this could be someone too, around a masculine or feminine, who actually realizes now what it is. Maybe they witnessed a masculine going through feeling their divine feminine sexual energy, because this could represent orgasm as well. But this could be sudden events, an explosion. This could be definitely someone losing their temper. It can be just epiphanies coming through after getting over it and feeling frustrated. All of a sudden their crown blows open and they get all these epiphanies coming in. Or it causes them to be overwhelmed, depressed, losing their temper, losing patience, fallen angel, like it caused them to do. They may be blaming their behavior on whatever they're experiencing here, trying to blame somebody else for their own uncomfortable feelings here. And that's coming up for Aquarius, okay, because they're lacking faith. Fell on their face, fell from grace because they were lacking faith. Okay, and here's the older woman. So the Empress reversed could be someone who's passed away already, or it can be someone who's ill. It could be an older parent who's got mental or physical illness, or it could be someone who's out of control mean. All right, and she's coming after someone because that's just who she is. She has a bad temper, she's manipulative, and she likes to cause drama. Okay, so be careful of that. Whether that's Aquarius or whoever you're dealing with, she's deceptive. And the Hermit's shining light on it with love. Okay, that's Aquarius. Now we got water signs. Three of Swords, House, and change reversed. So somebody's sad to make the change, okay? They may have spent a lot of time there and then it's sad to leave, but ultimately will be for the good. It's just about change and allowing the change. Or not changing. Again, this energy came up related to all the water signs with Aquarius, because we have the Fool reversed at the top of all water signs, which again can be falling on, tripping and falling, just tripping up, falling on your face, falling from grace, lacking faith. It's being in fear, afraid to make the change. So this is fear of change for Cancer, about possibly fear of moving. Maybe you feel like you're going to be sad and you won't feel the same in any other house. Well, let's see what else comes up for Cancer here. It's definitely about a home or house. It could be the big house too, but I'm not getting... Maybe somebody else is in jail. It's not coming up for Cancer. Or maybe something was canceled. Right? So that party was canceled at the house. It was all done up and ready for the party, and then it got canceled, so you're heartbroken. Sorry if I keep putting the cards too high. All right, so Cancer. What else is coming for Cancer? Maybe Cancer is very embarrassed because they put on a party that got canceled and now they're humiliated. All right, so it's definitely about a home, celebration. This can be an opportunist, but also can be someone who needs help, money, time, energy, an opportunity. Or two. All right, these are definitely, this is a family here. All right, so the home is good. There's a plenty of money here, but there's an issue with the children being ungrounded. This could be a split where this is one parent's home, and this is the other parent's home, and the kids are upset having to go between the two, right? So they're ungrounded right now. And it doesn't have to be the worst. This can just be ungrounded. Maybe they just need a hand up. And this one can be, they could just be a little bit lazy as well. But it's expected if that's new for them, going back and forth. They're not used to that. They don't want to go back and forth. All right. So it's definitely about someone having walked away. Right, so this came up before. So the one who walked away from the money was Aries. So I don't know if Aries on this side or this side. But they were willing to do the work it took to walk away from all this. But now the kids, so this could be, a more moderate home. And then this is a very wealthy home. And just the kids going between. So the Cancer is just coming up more about the kids, right? So the kids are maybe feeling broken or just broke. So this one doesn't have any money. So the kids can't do as much as they used to because now the parents have two different homes. Okay? There was no option. So we come back to this, and it's just about the changes. Changing and face the strain is what I'm getting this. It's just hard to make changes, okay? There's some heartbreak there, and change about the home and where you're living. Somebody fell from grace, so they're embarrassed, or maybe the kids are embarrassed to tell other kids. All right, so that's definitely what's going on with Cancer. All right. Or it could just be leaving a home that you spent a lot of time at, moving, and you're sad to leave the home. And the kids maybe don't like it. All right, so Scorpio, 6 of Cups reversed, the false person, and imprudence, or the apple that fell from the tree. All right, this is the oddball, the unicorn, though. It doesn't have to be a bad person. It's just different, or they're not showing their full self because they weren't accepted by the tree, the family. This was their bad childhood, the negative past that they experienced, all right? Because the family never accepted them for who they were. That's very much for Scorpio. And that doesn't have to be their birth family. It could be the place they work with, the family they live in now, right? So let's see what's coming up for Scorpio. Again, there's some kind of embarrassment here with lack of faith. Okay. So Scorpio's got a lot of peeps here. We got 2 queens and an emperor and a lot of expression between them, so she's upset. So this could be a father and 2 children. All right, so 2 children, and one could be saying they're playing favorites. Okay, so this could be like the false person that she doesn't show herself because she doesn't feel like the emperor accepts her as she is. This could also be a split where this person's now with this person and this is the ex, and they're having words. Whoever it is fell from the tree. So someone fell from grace because we have the Fool up top. So this is someone who lacked faith. They didn't believe in them, maybe. Maybe they felt no one believed in them growing up, but now because they learned that they didn't believe in this person, that's why they ended up leaving. This is now has all the information. They've made a decision. And they're upset. They're over it. They're done. Blah, blah, blah. But frustrated. They could be sexually frustrated. Maybe they want sex, but they won't. The ex won't give them sex. And there you go. And so then they explode. If they don't get sex, or if they don't get their way, they don't get what they want, they throw a temper tantrum. All right? And they explode. Here's that manipulation coming up again, okay? Impatience and temper. So Queen of Wands is on rampage. She's the fool who fell from grace. Could have Sagittarius energy, Aries energy, Scorpio energy. That's a load right there, okay? And then dealing with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. And it could just be one of the kids, too. So one of your siblings. It could be at work as well. Somebody at work who's just a hothead, mean person. Also, this could be, this and the Queen of Wands come up as mother and daughter a lot. So this came up on Aquarius, that you're defending yourself or an older person. So this could be the Queen of Wands defending the Empress here, who's deceptive. Okay? So again, that's kind of weird. Between Scorpio and Aquarius, there's always a relationship there. But this could be standing up for someone who doesn't deserve it. Or they could, maybe they could both be sick too. If they're sick, oh, I gotta plug in before we lose power here. Sorry about that. All right, so I don't want to say for all the Aquariuses that's true, and it doesn't have to be the Aquarius who's the negative person, but it can be. And that Knight of Swords is coming in harsh with a mean face, so they don't have to be the nicest person either. But they could just feel justified. All right, Pisces is coming up here, 5 of Wands, Lovers, and Worry. And then somebody's worried about falling on their face, or, making a fool of themselves in love. That could be this, like it's great, but they're worried about, they're worried that it's not real. Like it's too good, right? Am I a fool for love? Am I a fool for accepting this, for putting up with this person? Wow, it's a nice card that came out for you guys. I would say no, you're not a fool, Pisces. This looks pretty damn good, right? All right, the war is over. Apologies made. That's all I'm pulling for you guys, Pisces. It's all good. Don't worry. Okay, so we end up with the King of Cups reversed like we did in the read. So there may be some emotional detachment that still needs to be worked out. But we have the Magician embodiment behind that. And it was because there was an imbalance here in a relationship and give and take. So it's manifesting his way out of that. If I ever get out of here, gonna give it all away. So he may be giving away, detaching from what he needs to detach from, but he's not used to that. So it's putting him a little off balanced as well. So again, we have the child and spoiled children definitely coming up here. We got the King of Cups reversed next to satiety, which is the Ten of Cups, and then the child. But he's reversed. So there's spoiledness here. Like allowing a child to have whatever they want. It wasn't working out or isn't working out for them now. And then for everybody, again, to recap, we have the High Priestess reversed, which can be not using your intuition or secrets out, or a passion. And then the Devil. So that could be some kind of codependence or addiction, a secret addiction that causes your world to be upside down. And there's the war within, you know, causes a war. Like, you know, this is chaos here. The universe upside down, the devil's upside down, the high priest upside down, and then we have the Five of Swords upright. That's like, you know, world war chaos. So like I said, it's just this weekend because as soon as we get through some of this crap, the cards come out really good, just like for Pisces. All right, Pisces at the end there, so they're a little bit, they're at the more enlightened cycle end. So here for everybody else also, we have the change with a message that someone's expecting, and then the courthouse. So that can be lots of different things. It can be anything from marriage, divorce, and anything in between as far as the courthouse. Could be a new house too, new car, driver's license for kids. So kids were a big theme today. So, but it's again about not spoiling your kids, loving your kids, not spoiling them. So let's go through all these cards now. And again, this has to do with spoiling too. It's like all the options. If you give the kids too many options, it confuses them because they're not ready to handle those options yet. So the fire signs have the Six of Pentacles here, but it's balanced, so it's good. So now fire comes out balanced in a more equal relationship. Earth has unhappiness, not getting their wish or not getting their way. Could be someone who's drinking too much too. Could be someone at the bar. And you know, this is the wizard coming out from behind the curtain. And this could be the wizard unsatisfied. That's why he stays behind the curtain. That's earth signs. Yeah, and earth signs were definitely dealing with pretending not to know. So the wizard needs to come out from behind the curtain for the earth signs here. The fire signs are finding balance. The air signs are speaking their truth a little bit at a time, but they may be spreading the word. And the little birds are above his head too. So he might be dreamy. Or he just got his head knocked on something. And then we have water signs. We have the Queen of Wands. So she's in her power here at the end with water signs. She's being creative. She's sexy. She's popular. She's creative. Okay. So that's being very fiery and physical. So getting moving, especially if it's for feminines, for the water signs. It's getting beyond the falling on your face, allowing yourself to trip up, but then getting up back on your horse again. And saving face, like looking good, no matter, even if you don't feel it, to maybe make yourself up and go out, to get yourself back up on the horse again. So then we have here, this is delays in communication or travel. This could be a big argument, right? A debate back and forth, really negative, because this would be a positive way. Arrows of love, it would be expressing your feelings back and forth, the energy, sharing the energy back and forth, but this is in a negative way or not at all. It's delays. So either having a big fight with the Queen of Swords. So she can be really nasty and verbally abusive. All right, so that can be the Aquarius is coming off with that energy. And then we have the Queen of Wands, who could be a water sign, but coming off is a fiery energy, but they're not feeding into the negative energy here. She might have kids around too, so she's not going to feed into that negativity. And this could be feeling powerless. So the Queen of Swords may be screaming because she feels powerless. She may have lost her money, power, and independence. Or a child, this could be her screaming at her, grown child, because she keeps spending all her money. Okay, so this could be like she's yelling at her child, who could be, there could be two children, just one older than the others. Could be considered an adult. She could be 18 and be considered an adult. Or this person's the one spending all the money. And these two are looking at her like she's crazy because she's the one who's causing her own problems. We have a death here. This is total transformation, or the Dark Knight, walking over the 4D bridge, but it's full transformation. An end of a situation. It could be end of a friendship. Someone walks out of a family, but there's two women fighting here. It could be three women. This could be the Aquarius defending this person, but they're coming up reversed here because they're mad. So this could be defending their daughter. This could be the older Empress woman running off to this Queen of Wands here in defense of this person, and it may be about two children. You see this? This child and this child. Remember I said the one child does a lot of bad things, but nobody calls them on it. They pretend like it doesn't happen. So these could be two moms going at it about their kids and what they actually did. So it could be a death of a friendship or death of a situation. Hopefully nobody passed away, but it could be a death that something happened. But then we have all the good stuff come up. All right, so the death here is really positive transformation. Look what happens. We have the High Priestess, the Lovers, the love offered from the Knight of Wands coming in here after that. So after this big fight between neighbors or sisters or friends or mother and daughter, whatever it is, when you leave, but when you let that situation die and leave it because it no longer serves you, this is what's going to happen for you. It's beautiful. You have intuition, keeping to yourself about your love relationship, the divine love, the offer of love that is destined from as the Knight of Wands comes rushing in after leaving a situation that no longer serves them. So pretty powerful there, guys. Okay. Drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, and rise and be love, guys. Bye.